Hey, it's Clay Trader, and this will be a video chart on ticker symbol DRYS. We will take a look at the 30-minute time frame. Real quick, what do I mean by 30-minute in case maybe you're new to charts? Instead of each one of these candlesticks here representing 1 day's worth of price action, which is what you would normally see, each one represents 30 minutes. So while this here may look like several days worth of price action, it's actually just today's price action broken down into 30-minute time slices. I like to this time frame. I think does a good job of telling the quote-unquote story of the price, and then makes mapping out levels of support and resistance a bit easier to see. I've been doing this analysis on a pretty routine basis. That's where these red and green lines are coming from. But after today's price action, a whole lot of updates here need to be done. First thing I'm going to do is some house cleaning. Yes, these lines still pertain to the chart, but they're not really relevant anymore. So from a presentation standpoint and not wanting a million lines everywhere that can cause clutter and confusion, just want to try to keep this as clean as possible. So obviously not a good day at all. Big gap down. And the interesting part is the price did start to go sideways. And while I'm not saying that just because it went sideways, it's guaranteed to bounce, I wish the market was that easy. It does present an interesting setup. Now, this means a little bit more to those of you that have traded for a while, meaning if you have traded for a while, then I'm assuming that you've seen a stock where after it gaps down, it just does one of these numbers where it just keeps getting lower and lower and lower throughout the course of the day. But that wasn't the case here. First 30 minutes was pretty brutal, but then after that, it just started to go sideways. Again, just because it gapped down and then went sideways doesn't mean it's guaranteed to bounce, but it does suggest that there were enough buyers that were willing to step up, buy those shares, and then create this sort of bottom here. And the funny thing is, I don't remember when I put this green annotation here, but sure enough, you can see all this sideways action is happening right around this area of support. So, once again, the power of chart strikes again. I am going to adjust this a little bit now that we have more data, and to call this key level of support right here at $3 and about 28 cents. That's essentially the level where on multiple occasions, the bears just kept trying to push down through there. And each and every time the bulls said that's not going to happen. Although it's looking like things are going to shape up for a pretty interesting tomorrow morning. That candle right there represents the final 30 minutes of the day. And you can see that the final 30 minutes of the day essentially closed right at this level of support. So far it's done a good job of holding up support, but it's looking like it'll get tested right away tomorrow, assuming there's not a gap down or anything like that. In the event it does break down through that level of support, I do want to map out the next level. And as you can see here, I'm having to scrunch up the chart here quite a bit because the price has not been down this low for quite a while. But after that 328-ish area of support, next key level to keep an eye on from a support standpoint, right there at about $2.95. So we'll see what happens with it. I'm not talking about resistance levels in this video just because at this point in time, breaking levels of resistance, not even close to a top priority. Top priority right now is the price stabilizing and trying to build some sort of base. So we'll see what happens. One of the most popular questions I get is, hey Clay, how do you find the stocks that you trade? So what I've done is put together this free resource guide where I talk about the tools that I use to locate stocks that I find interesting and think may have potential. So if that sounds like something that could add value to you as a trader, then by all means click right there to get access to the guide. The guide itself is very short and to the point, and like I say, it is free. Thanks for watching. Have a good one.